Dr. Sunil Pandya, you run a department. Now, no matter how conscientious you may be, you have residents who come in and you can't pick and choose whom you get. And then what happens if you find someone perhaps who you don't think is doing a good job or is cutting corners or is not, how do you manage that? Because I think if you do have a few bad apples, like you quite correctly said, it affects a lot of us. And I think the general perception in society seems to be is that doctors often engage in a conspiracy of silence, which means when you have an impaired physician who's more likely to create errors, we will often cover up for him rather than do something about it. Would you agree?
Before your question about a department and handling a team, Dr. Udwadia made a very fine point when he said that we always function as a team. We can't have, as they say, one chief, all chiefs and no braves. So you can only have one chief, but then those braves should not feel that they are underlings or they are in any way inferior. So it has to be a team. It has to be recognized that the final decision, the final authority, and the final responsibility rests with one person. But each one has his or her own role to play, and they will play that role. When somebody errs, somebody makes a mistake, it is unwise to shout at that person in front of the whole world, the patient and the family and the relatives and the nurses and the ward boys. I think at that moment, the best thing is to make a firm statement that I think this is not the correct therapy or this is not the correct test. Make a note on the paper that this test was suggested, but I am overruling that test for the following reasons. Record it and keep it there. In the privacy of your office, you can summon that doctor, and again, not in an attitude of confrontation or anger. Reason and explain. It seems to get better results than shouting and screaming.
I wish I could do that. I don't say anything in front of the patient because that would not be right. But I'm afraid
I don't say anything in front of the patient because I don't think that is right. I may not even tell the patient, unless something which is likely to cause harm, I may not even tell the patient that is so. I must say, if he's made an unnecessary test, I would always ask him, why did you ask for that test? Well, I would not tell him, you will do only those tests that I write out. Because how is he going to learn from his mistakes? I would never do that. In fact, I give my registrars, particularly those who have done their postgraduates for training with me, God knows, if you want to do a course, as long as no harm comes to the patient, do it. And then we'll discuss whether it was the right thing or not. And they're not fools, they're educated postgraduates, got their postgraduate degrees. They're not going to do something which is stupid. But sometimes when they do make a test or ask for a test, which I think is not necessary, I would on the answer, I didn't think that was necessary. Why did you do it? So he would give an explanation for that, and we would discuss it and then decide that whatever it was, whether it was right or not. But my God, if there is a houseman who is shirking his work more than anything else, I don't mind if he makes a mistake, I can always correct it. But if he's shirking and I realize that I give him I cannot stand it. Because the man lacks a conscientiousness, he's lacking in duty, and therefore he has to be pulled up short. More often than not, this works. Sometimes you get a bad egg, you don't throw him out, but you pray to God that his term ends fast.
Yeah, but then the trouble is then you hand over the bad egg to someone else, who then hands it to someone else, and then once he goes out into practice.
I can't chaperone him for his whole lifetime. It's not possible for me. I tried my best to improve him as best as I can in the 6 months that he's been with me. But how else can I work and how else can I do it? I pointed out to him in very straightforward terms what he is lacking in, etc.
But I remember once it happened, really a genuine case, when there was suddenly this kind of a house physician, and my boss said that he cannot be even a doctor. And we put it on paper. There was a lot of influence. And he said, okay, we will shift him to another. He said, no, he could be dangerous to everyone. Finally, when there was a pressure, he really said, why don't you make him a dean? Because he doesn't see a
He only said that because Dr. Avinash Supe is not here.
And I know Dr. Supe is a clinician, a surgeon, so. But the point is that my boss said he's not fit to be near any patient. Not in my ward, but not in another. So I suppose Dr. Udwadia would also have done the same.
I think one of the things, and I want to go back again to this, is you talked about the worry which you feel if you can't sleep at night when the patient is not doing well. And in spite of everything you do, and suppose there is a mistake, perhaps you don't commit it, perhaps a junior commits it, or a colleague or whatever else, and the patient goes downhill.